Hello everyone. In this session, we're going to cover Excel for data analysis from beginner to intermediate level. And now, before you jump into tools like Python and Power BI, it's important for you to understand Excel is where most data analysts build their foundation. Okay, so this is where you learn how to clean data, exploit, and also to start thinking analytically. In this video is where I'm going to walk you through the key areas you need to master, from creating and formatting the worksheet to using the functions, analyzing the data with pivot tables, and even performing the basic data analysis and the decision analysis. Okay, so the goal is not just to learn Excel here, but also to understand how Excel is used in real world data analysis. So by the end of this session, we should be able to comfortably work with data and are prepared for deep analysis. On my screen, you can see starter data analysis over here, and I'm going to take you through all the features you're supposed to master as far as Excel for data analysis is concerned. So whatever you're seeing here is a starter data analysis. This is what I use for introduction to Excel for data analysis. And what we have is what we call a workbook. Worksheets are these sheets over here, different sheets that you can create in Excel. So you can simply create a worksheet by clicking on the plus button here, as I'm doing on the screen. And once you click on it, a new sheet will be formed and named automatically. You can rename it to what you want. For example, I can rename it to Monday. Okay. Our interest today lies on the raw sheet here, and we need to understand different things. There's a particular curriculum that I use for Excel for data analysis, and this is what I'm going to take you through. From creating and formatting the worksheets to basic functions, we have the advanced functions, we have the pivot table and conditional formatting, we have the performing sensitivity analysis, and lastly, we have the building Gantt charts and financial statements. So I'm going to show you where all these features are and how they can be used in less than 10 minutes. Quickly, we have this program is already available in our learning management system, and you can access it in our website easily in our ongoing data and AI 2026. So I'll bring it here, and you can see on my screen. So this is the program. You start from introduction here. When you come to Microsoft Excel, you'll be able to see the notes has been here. When you come to the boot camp, you'll be able to see everything. A video has been embedded for you. There's also summary for the notes that has been included over there. So this is where our focus is going to be from our Excel Foundation. And in Excel Foundation, it's where you're going to realize that Excel is not just a tool for storing data. And also Excel is not a database. So you should never say that Excel is a tool for storing data, but it can perform data cleaning, it can analyze data, and it can also visualize the data. So the key components I've already told you, and Excel is called a workbook, where your data set is, and we have the sheets, and each sheet has cells. So this is what we call the cells. These ones, the single ones. Those are what we call our cells. When it comes to data cleaning and preparation, you have different functions that you're supposed to master. From the trip function, we have the upper, the lower function, we have the proper function, removing of duplicates to make your data ready for the sake of analysis. And all these features you can come and find them like under the data tab here is where you'll find most of the formulas, okay? Like removing duplicates is over here. So in the program that I've just shown you, you can still access you can still access what? You can still access your text functions. I'm going to show you everything there, so don't worry about that one, and you can still get it in the notes. Um, Apart from that, also we're going to train ourselves on core functions for analysis. We have Excel core functions that are you are even aware of them, like the sum for getting the totals, the average for getting your mean, have the maximum for getting the maximum value in a particular row or column, and you have the minimum function. While you also have the count function, you have the counter, and you have the COUNTIF that are used separately. Apart from that, you also have advanced functions like the lookup functions, the index, the match. So for example, it is always very simple. When you want to know maximum value on the price sheet over here, what you're going to do here is to come here and just say it's equals to maximum, and the price is in which price is in the D column. So you can just say D to D, like the whole of D. and it's going to return the maximum value. When you want to get the minimum, you just say is equals to minimum d to d plus going to be 2.95. So one thing you're supposed to know is every function in Excel must start with an equal sign. Okay. Um, Apart from that, also we shall learn how to use the advanced functions like the lookup. And when it comes to that, I'm going to share with you this exactly here. I'll just search here the text functions. So these text functions, um, this is what I'm going to share with you here. They have everything as far as data cleaning in Excel is concerned. So you have to master every kind of functions here, and they are very, very simple, like the text function, the lower, the upper, the proper, right, left, the length, for getting the length of text. And when you come down here, you're going to learn about VLOOKUP in Excel, which is the same as HLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, depending on the version of Excel that you're using. Um, Additionally, we are also going to check apart from advanced function, we shall check the data analysis with pivot table, which is very crucial in Excel. For example, you want to get you see here we have the purchase type, I'll escape, we have the purchase type here, and we have the quantity. So we want to get the quantity for each purchase type. You're going to come to your insert tab here, you insert a pivot table. That is not it, so I'll first close this, then I'll just click on one of the cells. I say insert pivot table. In the new worksheet, I say okay. A pivot table is going to be inserted here, and I can take the purchase type I put in my rows, and then the quantity I put in my value. So in this case, you're not supposed to get the totals for each, like drive through, install, and online. You can get it simply by using the pivot table. So the pivot table always make your work very easy when it comes to analyzing your data. Apart from using pivot table to get the summaries, you can use it for grouping and filtering. Then Excel also can perform data visualization, but Excel is not a data visualization tool. Data visualization in Excel is very easy. I've already shown you how to create a pivot table. For example, you have something like this. Of course, this tab was not there. A new tab has been created here, the pivot table analyze. And from this one here, you can insert a pivot chart by clicking on the pivot chart option, and they are going to recommend it for you. You can decide to use your own, but normally it is advisable you use what has been recommended for you. When you say okay, it's going to come here and you can give it a new title here. Maybe let me just say new title, okay? And you can perform different things. So you realize that a new tab will be formed again called the design, and you have the format. You can always change the design of this by clicking on different designs. You can change the colors. Maybe you can change to this, and the colors are going to change. Excel is not a visualization tool. You can also use under the insert tab. We have an option to insert charts here. So you click on this specific column here, and then you come click on recommended charts. This one has been recommended for you. You can go with this one. You say okay, a chart is going to be inserted. But normally it's advisable to create a pivot table first to make your work easier. But for data visualization, we are going to train ourselves using Power BI and Tableau and not Excel. When it comes to that, we also have conditional formatting that helps you to get the outliers in your data set, the high or low values and trends. Here in Excel, you're going to get it under the data tab here. By just clicking on the data tab, you're going to see, no, it's in the home tab, I'm sorry. You're going to see conditional formatting here. Apart from, there's already a video for that you can check. We have the what if analysis where you're going to train yourself in goal 6, scenario manager, and decision making. They are all found in the data tab. You can find it by clicking here under the data tab. You come here, what if analysis. You have scenario manager, goal 6, and data table. They are mostly used by people in the finance field. Apart from that one, another new thing that you're supposed to know here is real-world application of Excel, which in this case is cleaning messy data, exploring the patterns, generating the insight, and supporting business decisions. So thank you. That is all about data analysis and Excel. These are the topics that you're supposed to know in 2026 as far as data analysis with Excel is concerned. Thank you for watching.